Hey everyone, so just coming to you with a quick update on where we are with everything, some new updates, some exciting insights, some stuff that we can't talk about that I'll hint at that we can't talk about yet. We will be doing a Q&A live, hopefully the end of next week or else the following week. We're waiting for some news to be announced, and once we can announce that news, we'll do a Q&A around it because I'm sure people will have some questions and we'll be able to go into it in a little bit more detail. It's super exciting. It's really, really cool. Nothing like this has existed prior, and it's gonna be big. So definitely don't miss that. Don't worry, we'll let everyone know when we're announcing it, as always. What have we been up to? So look, there has been a lot of development happening. We've been improving the product. In fact, some of you might have noticed. We've been doing a lot of work on the product recently. We have the icons here that you can see now. So we've started implementing token icons to make it a little bit pretty. Obviously, Jib hasn't been pushed yet. You'll see here we have the unwrap to HBAR function. So we recently implemented the swap. Now there seems to be an issue in general on the Hedera network, something to do with the SaucerSwap APIs, I believe. But what was actually happening was if you swapped from, say, Mingo or Jam or whatever source into HBAR, your HBAR was getting sent into wrapped HBAR and not into HBAR. So we have put in this functionality here that allows you to unwrap your HBAR. So if that does happen, if you are doing a transaction and you don't see your HBAR in the HBAR balance, it could perhaps be in your wrapped HBAR, and all you need to do is click unwrap to unwrap the HBAR. The other thing that we are working on right now that I will highlight is that the token list is kind of slow. So again, what it's happening is it's pulling in all of the tokens from SaucerSwap, but a bunch of them are, not tokens that people will be trading anyway, so they're not ones that you need. So just bear with it sometimes. If you're searching for a token, it can get a little bit sticky. What we're going to do is we're just going to remove a lot of the tokens that aren't being traded. That will speed that up. But other than that, the swap functionality is working. Just bear with it. Obviously, we will be speeding that up too. The other thing then that we have been focusing on too is just upgrading the general UI. Now we're not moving away from this kind of cyber-tropical theme. We're obviously sticking with the same theme, but what we are looking at doing is improving the UI UX around accessing the different features. I suppose one thing with Mingo is there's a lot in here. We're doing tickets, we're doing swap, we've got the launch, we've got the play. It just feels like new features are constantly being added to the app, and perhaps we might have more features than other apps might have. But that's always been the purpose of Mingo. Like the whole point of Mingo is to make it easy for non-Web3 users to be able to onboard into Web3 and to be able to access all of these different feature sets without having to jump around different dApps and connecting over here and doing this. And it always seems to have been a barrier to entry for a lot of the new people coming into the space. And that's always been one thing that we've been, I suppose, focused on trying to mitigate is, having to connect to things and jump around. So what we will be doing is tweaking the UI just to make it a little bit more streamlined and make it easier to find the different features that we're adding as we're adding them. And speaking of new features, another one that okay, well, it's not, obviously I'm on the web version. So actually, yeah, if any of you are ever trying to access your Mingo wallet via a web browser on a PC, if you go to app.mingo.com, you'll be able to actually access your wallet. Now, when you access this on a mobile, you'll see a little QR code down here. That QR code is to allow you to use WalletConnect or to scan QR codes or any QR-based features. You can use the little QR code that will be down here. So again, if you do want to connect to dApps, but if you do want to connect to dApps, you can use your WalletConnect button down here and you'll be able to connect to everything, like Centex or any of the other NFT platforms at the moment. And then when you do connect, you'll see here this little sessions tab. So this sessions thing will show you where all the different dApps that you're connected to. Obviously with, MetaMask, they always advise you to, go and disconnect all the different dApps that you are connected to. I don't know if the Hedera ecosystem is realistically developed enough that you'd be connecting to sketchy things. But nonetheless, it's always good practice, I suppose, to remove connections to any dApps that you haven't used in a while or that might be defunct or that you're not necessarily needing to be connected to anymore. So what else have we been working on? So another thing that we have been working on is the liquidity provision. So again, we've spoke about this before. we were adding new feature sets and we were engaging in different activities to try and improve the liquidity situation. We obviously have stopped looking to get CEX listings, and we have just diverted our attention into activities and functionalities that will drive liquidity into the DEX, which currently is SaucerSwap. You'll see here, obviously, you can see here that we are up 52% the liquidity pool in the last month, which is pretty good. But actually, you can see all the work that we've been doing here. So look, there's still a little whiles to go on it, but you can see, look, there's progress. We're growing. It's all moving in the right direction. So that's great. What this ultimately will do will just be able to facilitate larger swaps and to make it easier and I suppose more attractive for new people coming in. Like I said, we have some very big news coming out. Yeah, we definitely want to resolve some of that before that happens. Now, AstroKarts. A lot of you have been asking about this. We are still on Testnet. As you can see, we're still on Testnet. We are looking to push to mainnet. I was hoping we were going to push to mainnet this week, but if we push to mainnet by the end of next week, I'll be happy. Obviously, as it stands, we are on Testnet, so this is not the reflection of the usual leaderboard. Once we move back to mainnet, you will have you'll have the full leaderboard again. Like I said, the leaderboard is the way that you rack up points. Tokens will be airdropped based on the position on the leaderboard, and we have it set so that the leaderboard will refresh every month. As we get more users and as new people play the game, we'll look at increasing that. Now, the other thing that you will notice is that we have improved the bots. Now, at the end of the day, the thing about this game is it's fun playing with people, not with bots. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when you're trying to rack up kills and you haven't necessarily got the player base yet, you know, you're going to be playing against bots. But as you can see, they do actually shoot at you, and they do actually attack you now. Now, once we move to mainnet, we will obviously be looking at doing some smaller tournaments, probably with the community, maybe the wider Hedera community, and then we will be looking at rolling out the AstroKarts Genesis tournament. If you already have a ticket, that's great. Don't worry, the same tickets will be applicable. And if you want a ticket, we will be putting new tickets on sale soon, so you'll be able to get in and get those tickets. Now, also remember, if you do get those tickets, you will be able to avail of a special kart skin and a special character skin that we'll be releasing for the tournaments. And I think there's probably some Mingo back, and you know what, it's definitely worth it. There'll be a lot of prizes, and it should be a lot of fun. But we will also be looking at running a lot more of these tournaments. The game is definitely more of a kind of a social play game, and it's dipping in and out, a bit of fun. So that's what we'll be doing with it. So the other thing that you will have noticed is that some of the carts are locked. So essentially what this is because the NFT system is in there now. So we actually have the character skins and the kart skins and the mods all tied to the NFT-based system now. So for some of you that are looking to play, these will probably be locked for you. But that's, you know, that's to show you the progress in the game, I guess. Everyone can free play. There'll always be a free cart. There'll always be a free character skin to play with. But if you want to differentiate and get some faster carts, more exciting carts, different designs, different whatever, obviously these will be the NFTs that will be for sale, or will be NFTs that can be won. So one thing that I need to not forget to say is for any XMC holders, anyone who has not already contacted xmc@mingo.com, please do so, as we will be releasing the new staking options for XMC holders next week. You need to contact in order to get set up and to get ready for that. So if you are an XMC holder and you have not contacted xmc@mingo.com, make sure you do that. So what's new? What's new? So new things that are in the works at the moment. We are currently building a standalone web platform just for ticketing. So again, this is like to compete with the likes of Ticketmaster or Eventbrite, more for, I suppose, Web 2 users as well. So this will be an actual website that obviously connects in the Mingo APIs and connects in your Mingo wallet, but functions like a traditional website and makes it easier for people to find events and then also link to events and do all that. Then as part of that, we have the whole organizer dashboard. So there is a bunch of functionalities being built into that for organizers to make it easier for them to manage their own listings and to get a lot more analytics and promo codes and affiliate links and basically a lot of the stuff that I suppose our competitors have. We want to obviously remain competitive in the marketplace. So we're looking at adding all of these features. I think it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to help streamline onboarding as well and take a lot of pressure off us as well in the back end, putting all of that stuff up. The other thing then as well is you would have probably seen Jerry from the Burlington group on one of the videos previously. They are launching their first music events starting in October. We'll be doing the ticketing for that. So that would be exciting. There's also some other stuff linked to the Burlington group that I can't say right now, or I could accidentally say something that I shouldn't say if I start talking about it. So, but anyway, look, there should be some more exciting announcements around the Burlington group and the other news that I can't talk about. And then we are also doing an event for Fight Circus soon, one of our other previous partners. We are also looking at doing some. There's someone else that I can't mention, but there's a couple of our other event partners that we've previously been working with that are looking at setting some upcoming dates for some new events that will also be pushing live. But like I said, like the event organizer dashboard means that it doesn't have to be such a white glove service. We'll be able to just promote the platform and people will be able to come in and start listing their own events and access a lot of the functionality without having to have our like hand-holding guidance. They'll be able to just do it. So that should help onboard a ton of people. And then also, like I said, there is a very, very exciting development that we are hoping to tell you very soon, which again is going to drive a ton of new users. Super interesting use case that I have just never seen done before, and I'm genuinely excited about it. I'm genuinely excited to see how it plays out. I think it's going to be received very, very well. I think the audience is there for it, the tech is there for it, and yeah, it's super exciting. And that is all I can say. So as always, it's been great updating you all. It's obviously better doing it on the lives, so we will keep you posted. Stay tuned to the Telegram channels. We'll post when we're doing a Q&A, a live Q&A, and we should have some exciting news for you guys. So thanks.